This is going to be fun. I got people that will say things like, yo, this dude is angry. This dude talks just to hear his own voice. Um, what else? I think I know it all. I'm this, I'm that. And my rebuttal to that is I talk about things that I know. And the things that I know, I've either experienced or I have done hours over hours of research on the internet to validate the things that I say and back up and believe in. Just like a girl on Facebook, she made a comment and I responded to it intellectually. And the first thing she did was call a person mean, angry. I probably do this, I probably do that. You realize in the world, people are not going to agree with you, but people cannot agree to disagree with you, so they refer to name calling instead of backing up or accepting the knowledge that is accurate. This was the comment that was made, and I responded. Her comment was, or her post on Facebook was, your job as a man is to make sure she doesn't need another man. And my response was, if I have to make sure the woman I'm with doesn't need another man, I don't need to be with that woman. If I have to put myself in a situation where my whole life revolves around me doing things so she won't give her vagina up to another man, that bitch for the streets. It didn't get messy, this, that, and the third. She got into her feelings, deleted all of my comments, wanted me to get off of her post, but kept saying things with my name involved in it, which was kind of goofy. So, with that being said, this is Rel's Rants Reloaded. What we're going to talk about today is not that. What we're going to talk about today is equality. Equality in the workplace when it comes to men and women. And how I feel, and I've researched, looked up online, that the gender equality pay gap is bullshit. Women are out here complaining, pretty much saying that they deserve the same, if not more, pay than men in certain fields, in jobs, in the workplace. And I feel that's a crock of bullshit. Because if you look at what's going on in the world, if you go outside the box, women put themselves in positions where they take a lot of jobs that are secure. They take a lot of jobs that give them job security. They don't have to work hard at these jobs. These are jobs that will secure them, but the access to entry is very low. And I'm not taking anything away from these women who do jobs, but it seems like there is a trend of women that take certain jobs and act like men's supposed to step up. But men are out here doing most of the work that is dangerous, most of the work that takes risks, most of the work that literally helps build a infrastructure around the world. And that's what this video is going to be about, and I want to get right into it. So the first job or career path that I see has to do with a lot of female-oriented more than male is teaching. Teaching is a daggone career that you could get into even if you just have a college degree in something else. You don't have to go to school for education, but you could have a degree, and after you finish your degree, you might not get the job you want. And what I see a lot of people do, they pivot into the education field. And if you look at the school system, most of our educators are females. So you have an influx of female teachers teaching boys and people from urban areas that they're not from and don't know what they're really getting into. Now, with that being said, you have more female teachers than you have male teachers. But on the opposite end of that spectrum, you have more male professors on a collegiate level than you have females that are professors on a collegiate level. Why is that? The access, the entry to access is not as easy as it is if you are said teacher. See, it's easy to become a teacher. It's easy to become a substitute teacher, but you have to go through the certain training and the certain classes and the certain tests to work for a college and become a professor etc. Another profession that women are the majority of, but on one side is nursing. You have the majority of nurses are women. The majority of CNAs are women. But then when you look on the flip side of that coin, the majority of doctors are male. See, like I said, the access to entry is so much. And you know that these are thresholds and these are jobs that support a broad spectrum of security. Now let's look at another field that is not woman dominated, because you would have to put in a whole lot of work in order to get accepted into this profession. Being an airline pilot, there is literally around 8% women that are airline pilots, and the rest are men. But now you do the flip side of that coin, the majority of flight attendants are women. Why is that? The ease of entry is easy. You don't have to fly the plane. You don't have to make big decisions. You don't have to go to an excruciating school and take out years of debt in order to get into this profession. You might just need to have to know somebody. You might have to have a associate's or a bachelor's, but not even in like hospitality or anything. But that'll get you through the door. But like I said, you have more male pilots than you do female pilots. Do you get where I'm going with this? Do you get where I'm saying? I'm going to look at some stuff that I already got on my tablet. Airline pilot statistics by gender. Among airline pilots, 3.4% of them are women, compared to 86.2%, which are men. That's crazy. Now let's look at something else when it comes to health. Men work more hours. Men do more jobs that deal with physical labor. Men do more things that add stress on their body. Now let's look at this statistic when it comes to men and women and the equality of everything, because you have women and feminist groups that say women need to be paid as much as men, just like these women that's in the WNBA. How many more men have heart attacks than women? 26.5% of heart attacks were women. 73.5% of heart attacks that happen to men. That's a big stat that's not talked about. Why? Because it doesn't help women empowerment. It doesn't help the agenda that's being pushed. And mind you, this is not a dig against women. It's just to show that these are the facts. I'm not blowing stuff out of my ass. I'm not saying things to hear myself speak. I don't think I know it all. These are the statistics that I got off the internet. It's crazy. And don't get me wrong. Being a nurse is a profession that we need. We need nurses. Nurses take care of us. We need teachers, women teachers or male teachers. Women teachers, there are a lot of them. Teachers help educate our children. But the diversity, and when you start talking about money and breaking it down, it starts to sound like a lot of women are just complaining and they want something without putting in the work that their male counterparts do, and they try to push them to the side. And when we say stuff, they say you're complaining, you're crazy, you're angry, this, that, and the third. Now, let me continue. This is a strange one. There are more pharmacists that are women than there are men. We have 53.3% of all pharmacists are women, while 40.7% are men. But on the flip side of that, you have damn near 98% of all the pharmacy techs. The pharmacy techs are the ones that do all of the work, the ones that count the pills and sort things out and get on the phone with the insurance. There's like 98% of them are women, and it's like the rest is men. That's a real small window. Again, this is something that men are not getting into, and we're not complaining about getting into, but these are jobs that are being taken up by females. And the ease of entry, if you're a pharmacy tech, if you're a pharmacist, if you're a doctor, if you're a nurse, you are secured a job. It doesn't matter if you are a pharmacy tech at a store and the store closes down. There's always going to be a need for a pharmacy tech in another company or business that deals with drugs. It's just that simple. Okay. More women go to school and get degrees than men. 1.1 million women received a bachelor's degree. Only about 860,000 of men received a bachelor's degree. Women go to school more than men do. With that being said, why can't they take what they are getting degrees for and put that into the marketplace to make them some money? I don't know. Okay. How many women CEOs are there? There's only 21 women CEOs. No, 33 in 2019 compared to 467 male CEOs that ran a Fortune 500 company. Why is that? Men put in the work. Men work the long, hard hours. Not saying women don't. More men do. Okay, now let's talk about the children. With these male and female pay gap, wage gaps, 65% of women gain custody of their children during a divorce or a breakup when two people are having a child together. Uh, it is what it is. That's what it is. 69% of social media influencers, the ones that get money to go on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, 69% of those women, 69% of those people are women. Why is it? Ease to access. Pretty much you just got to put content up, look a little bit decent. That's why it's more daggone female streamers that get a large audience than men easier, because pretty much a woman just has to put on a daggone halter top, have the babies hanging out, and all of a sudden, you know, you got some little 13-year-old kid drooling over you and sending you daggone donations. Let's be real. Let's just keep it funky. Let's keep it a buck. It is what it is. And I've literally seen on Twitch, there's a streamer. She literally has a microphone and she could record herself sucking onto the microphone, and she gets a whole bunch of views to do this dumb shit. She literally doesn't say anything. Another thing, ease of entry. What is an easy field that I could get into? I don't have to do much. I don't have to get a degree. I don't have to lift anything. I don't have to do a lot of hard labor. OnlyFans. The majority of people that have OnlyFans accounts that are making adult content are what? Women. Because all you got to do is literally do sexual things, show your daggone body, play with yourself. You might even be getting filmed having sex with other people. But the ease of entry is so easy and they don't have to do much. Men can't do that. Men can't do that. And if we did do that, a lot of us would be under investigation for some sort of trafficking or something doing wrong, this, that, and the third. Let us move on. Real estate agents. There's more real estate agents than male. There are more female real estate agents than there are male real estate agents. Why? This is something that you just literally have to pay your money, take a 72-hour class, and then you just have to literally pass the test, and then you can sell houses. You don't have to go to a 4-year school again. You don't have to lift anything. The ease of entry is easy. You don't have to go into a complex and deep format to get these sort of things done. Again, but women say they need to be compensated just as much as men, or we need a fair act when it comes to pay. Because I feel that the thing with feminism and saying we need equal pay, it's the new, it's a new way of saying I want what you got without putting in all the work that you have done in order to get what you got. And a lot of times men don't got a lot of stuff. Okay, the number of lawyers in 2020, 62.6% are men, 34.7% are women. It is easy to go to a criminal justice school, but it is not that easy to go to a law school, to pass the bar, to go through the proper channels in order to be able to go to a law school. This is another profession that makes a lot of money, but you don't see a lot of women trying to get them to lower the bar so they can have the ease of access. Why? Because you have to put in the work. Why? That means you're going to have to sideline what you really like to do to do this to get it done. Now, you have female lawyers. That's not a uncommon thing, but you got to imagine the amount of work that they put in to get to the level that they have gotten to achieve what they gotten. And the thing is, when I come up with these percentages and I read these percentages off, it's not to downplay women that are in these professions, because those women that are in those professions literally went above and beyond to get where they're at. What I'm saying is you have a whole bunch of women that's out here saying they want equal pay, they want equality with men, this, that, and the third, but they're not willing to put in the same amount of work that it takes for these men to get to these levels. Y'all act like it was just given to us. It doesn't work that way. Every daggone house, apartment, condo, or co-op that you live in, 99.9% of the people that built those daggone structures were men. You don't see the electrician, the daggone HVAC, the roofer, the plumber. Most of these people are people that were men. But you can't come in here and say, oh, you deserve this and you deserve that. You need to put in the work to get what you deserve. 72.4% of police are men. 27.6% of police are women. You don't see a whole bunch of daggone. You see women police, they're out there. But it's not like the hiring is, we're going to hire more men than women. They only have a percent that apply. You got to understand, every woman don't want to be police. But you don't see the police women out there that's already out there complaining about wages and how much they get. They wanted to get somewhere. They wanted to do it. They went through the proper channels. Same for firefighters. You don't see a whole bunch of female firefighters. And why? Because a lot of women don't want to put themselves in a situation where they got to run into a burning building, put in the work. But y'all expect equal pay. It's a lot of stuff. It's just like saying, you know what? And I give women props. Women are better parents than men. Women know how to nurture. They take care of the child. They take care of the house. They do the things that are needed to make literally a house a home. And I give women props for that. But all that equality shit, like, come on. Everybody needs to learn how to know their role, play their role, and then act on their role. Let us move on. Okay, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, as of 2019, more than 12% of registered nurses in the U.S. are men. Went through the college professor thing. There are currently over 135,000 college professors currently employed in the United States. 46.5 of them are men. No, 46.5 of these college professors are women, while 48.8 are men. Come on. After extensive research analysis, data science team found that there are 4,400,092 teachers currently employed in the United States. 67% of them are women, while 27% of them are men. 67.9 and 27.5. Come on. All right. And I got all of that information off of the internet, and I screenshotted what I screenshotted. Now, to wrap things up, and again, if you can, like, subscribe, share. To wrap things up, in order to be equal, you have to do equal stuff. You don't see a whole bunch of daggone females coming out here to do HVAC work. Somebody does work on your AC unit, or you have a leak on your roof. You don't see a whole bunch of females pulling up in trucks. So this gender pay and saying it's not fair, you have to literally pinpoint it to what sector of business that it's not fair and why it isn't fair. Because at the end of the day, all men are not CEOs. All men are not managers. All men do not work in human resources. And it's real funny because every job that I have had, human resources, the human resource manager, or whoever's in charge of human resources, has been a female. That's real interesting too. A lot of people ain't going to agree with this. A lot of people ain't going to like it. I can't please everybody. These are just the things that I see, research, and look up, and give you the actual facts for them. On that note, we out of here. This is Rel's Rants Reloaded. If you can, like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate y'all. I'll holler at y'all in a minute. Peace.